Now time for our children's story. Children, if you can come forward now, we have Sister Yankee who will be telling us the story.
Today I'm going to be talking about spiders. How many of you like spiders? Do you like spiders? I don't really like spiders, but I know a little bit about spiders. I grew up in a semi-farm community, and there were spiders outside my bedroom window all of the time. Big spiders, ugly spiders, but they were outside. I did have a close encounter with a spider once, though. He was in my bedroom, and I felt something on the bottom of my foot. And when I lifted my bare foot, there was a dead spider. Now, I'm not saying I killed it, but it shouldn't have been there. But I'm going to tell you about a couple of spiders, and the first one is the aqua lung spider. Have you ever heard of that spider? Okay. This spider loves water. And there's a picture of it up there. He loves water so much that he lives under the water. Now, he doesn't have gills. He doesn't have fins. He builds a tent. And then he goes up and he gets a bubble of air and he puts it in the tent. And he gets another bubble of air and puts it in the tent and fills the tent up with air. And then he can live there. Now, when Mommy and Daddy want to have baby spiders, Daddy builds one house and Mommy builds one right next to it, and they build the nursery on top. And they fill up with bubbles of air, because when the babies are born, they have to breathe. Now, where do you breathe? You breathe out of your nose and your mouth, don't you? The aqua spider has pores on his stomach. And when he goes out, he has to have a bubble of air wrapped around his stomach, just like a scuba diver when he has a mask and air. And you know how he finds his food? He puts some of his spider webs outside his tent, and when a fish comes swimming by and brushes up against it, he knows it's dinner time, and he goes out and gets it. That's the aqua lung spider. Now, another spider that has always fascinated me is the trapdoor spider. The trapdoor spider lives under the ground. There he is. And he builds a tunnel, and he sits there, and you see that door? He holds on to that door and closes it. And then when something comes close, like a frog or a snake, and he can eat all the snakes he wants, I don't care. He feels the vibration, and he pops open that door and jumps out like a jack-in-the-box and grabs it and takes it in and eats it. That has always fascinated me. You know, God's got spiders under the water, in the ground, in the air. Do spiders fly? Have you ever seen? Well, they do. Whenever the babies want to leave the nest, they shoot out some of their thread, and when the wind catches it, they float through the air and they hang on for dear life, and it's just like a balloon. And there they go. God is amazing, isn't he? Think of all those things. In the land, in the sea, in the air. God's creations are everywhere. Would anyone like to offer a prayer?
Dear Heavenly God, make all the people feel better if they're not okay, and make sure all the spiders don't hurt you and scare you. Amen.